What's up, guys? Brian Phobos here. So I'm just going to get into this live stream. Today we're going to talk about SmartCash, Ignis, and we're going to talk about Raiblocks on BitGrail. So sorry for this format a little bit. I don't know how many people are really going to jump on because it is like 2 a.m. It's 2:20. Should be in bed. So first of all, SmartCash, I was able to withdraw from Cryptopia, and I got it into the new wallet version like 1.1 or 0.11 or whatever it was. It's the newest one with the smart nodes that came out like 10 days ago or 2 weeks ago. So I was able to withdraw that. It is on my computer, all that kind of stuff. I have not set up the smart node yet though, but I do want to do a video kind of talking about some of the issues that maybe I'll run into setting up the smart node. So that'll be coming up next. Now, this is kind of big news because we've been waiting for a month for this, but let me just switch this around. Sorry about this format here, but Bittrex Ignis did show up on Bittrex. Oh, it looks terrible. The refresh rate on this thing is, I don't know, it's like all kind of screwed up. So sorry about that. But Ignis did show up, and you might have to search for it, but basically on Bittrex, just search for Ignis, because since it's there's no market open for it, it might not show up under other coins that maybe you have. So that finally showed up. I went way too deep on Ignis, and that was kind of a nightmare for anybody holding NXT to get the Ignis. That was kind of been a brutal thing. So it has not showed up on HitBTC. What I basically did when I bought NXT, I bought part of the NXT over on Bittrex, and I bought part of it on I bought part of it on Bittrex and part of it on HitBTC, thinking that one of them was going to open up their wallet before the other, which it does seem like maybe Bittrex beat out HitBTC, but I thought it was going to be a day or two. I didn't think it was going to be a month. So, of course, you know, we've got this wallet under maintenance, so you can't withdraw. You know, you can't really do anything. The market isn't open, but if they do open up the market for Ignis, this could really kind of shoot the price up. Now, we are getting a lot of price movement on Ignis coming out of Indonesia. So, you know, we got like 80%, 86% of the volume coming out. Now, that's not huge volume. I mean, 10 million, I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's, in terms of a market, that's not really super huge. And then you have some of it coming off this exchange AEX, and I think that's in China. And then the HitBTC market is still that weird futures market. See how it says $8.55. So what I'm hoping is that HitBTC kicks in action, gets the coins out, gets the Ignis out, and basically is able to, you know, start up the market. And I think that if they start up the market and if Bittrex starts up the market, hopefully Ignis shoots up. And if you're not real familiar with NXT, Ardor, and Ignis, basically NXT was kind of the original project that the Jelly Rita development team, you know, worked on and all that stuff like that. And it's been out since like late 2013, early 2014. And then now we have, basically they came out with Ardor, which was kind of like along the same premise, same technology, that kind of stuff. But Ignis was going to be the first child chain on the Ardor chain. So see what all that amounts to. I kind of got sucked in by the premise of free coins, and a lot of other people did too, that we were going to get 0.5 Ignis airdrop to us for every NXT we held. And then it kind of ended up being a long wait, because it's been a month since that initial chain launch for Ardor, which was the 28th of December or whatever. So we've been waiting a while. So kind of moving on. I mean, basically it is on Bittrex, can't withdraw, and it has not showed up on HitBTC. And really true markets aren't really open on HitBTC or Bittrex. They have that weird futures market on HitBTC. So we'll see what happens in the next few days. But at least it's looking like we are going to get them. I know there's a lot of people that were worried that we were just totally going to get ripped off. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention was BitGrail. So I had some Raiblocks. When Raiblocks shot up, I basically kind of took a gamble. I didn't know how high it was going to go. I ended up buying 10 Raiblocks because I knew it was in a parabolic phase. I wanted to take a position because I was like, I don't know how high it'll go. Maybe it'll go to 50. Who knows? Crazy things have happened in crypto. Bought 10 Raiblocks. And then basically, I bought them out on BitGrail. Everything was fine. I didn't have to validate or anything. And then suddenly, I tried to buy more Raiblocks when the price was down here a few days ago, and it would not let me withdraw because it was saying that my account wasn't verified, and that was like super annoying. So basically, I ended up having to send in a urine sample and basically a new, not a copy, but a new version of my social security card to verify. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I didn't do that. But they did have me do the whole thing like Bittrex made us do, where we had to take a selfie and we had to have the front and back of our driver's license. And I really don't like that. But anyway, it did get approved in a couple days, and it says documents already submitted and approved. Level 3, which level 3 verified documents and two-factor authentication, 10 Bitcoin a day withdrawal limit. So that is set up. But if you go over here to wallets and you see the Raiblocks, if I do, like if I try to withdraw, it says XRB withdrawal under maintenance. So just keep that in mind. And that's been like that for about, I'd say 32 hours or so. I haven't been able to remove these. And I'm just wanting to get these off into my Ray wallet. And then that'll give me, that basically gets my average down to like $17.21 or something. So what I'm hoping for is when this gets added to Binance, that it's going to shoot up and the price is going to end up, I mean, hopefully at 35 or 40 at least. And then I'll be pretty far into the money, and then I can kind of decide if I want to take the original investment out of there and then just let the rest ride into eternity. So we will see on that, but I don't have a ton tied up there. But in the same token, I don't like coins hanging like that. I want to get this out of there. And always remember, if you don't own your keys, you don't own your coins. So I always kind of feel like in this situation it's held hostage. But hopefully they get this fixed here soon, and I will get the coins out. But basically, that's the main things I wanted to say, about SmartCash, and then Ignis being on Bittrex, but not showing up on HitBTC yet, and then Raiblocks with the verification thing on BitGrail. If you guys don't want to verify, if you're in the United States, well, they might have done it to everybody in every country. I'm not really sure with BitGrail, and it was just out of the blue. One thing I don't like about that is the fact that you don't even know, they don't even tell you that, hey, if you deposit this here, then you're going to have to verify, and then you end up sending your coins there, and they're stuck, and then you end up having to go through the stuff of putting your identification on there. The reason I don't want to put any of my identification on there, I mean, these exchanges obviously are targets for hacking, and why do I want hackers knowing, I don't want hackers knowing that, like, my driver's license with my address and everything on there. I mean, that's just something. Nah, no thanks. I'm not going to send you all of my crypto. But what's up? Where you at? Where's everybody at? I mean, there's only 6 people on the stream right now, but I'm in the United States. It's in the middle of the night. I'm assuming everybody else is probably asleep in the United States. Probably everybody else is from another country. Colorado. Okay, David. You're like me, man. I'm down here in Arizona. Oh, shoot. You guys are both in Oh, Dustin, you're already up. That's crazy. Let's see. It's like what? Like 4:30 there? California. Why is everybody up in the middle of the night? I was figuring last time I did a live stream. Okay, Germany. Last time I did a live stream, there was people from Sri Lanka and just kind of like halfway around the world. So, or the other side of the world. So that's kind of what I figured. But I don't know. What are you guys seeing out there? You guys don't sleep even if there's school? Yeah. Yeah, my sleep's all screwed up right now. It's like every time I'll get working on something, I'll just I'll keep going and going, and then suddenly it's like 2:33 a.m. So I just kind of keep going. But I don't know. What are you guys seeing? Are you guys invested in Raiblocks, SmartCash? Did you have any NXT to try to get the Ignis? Nobody? Anybody? Ignis was a nightmare. I mean, honestly, even with this pullback, most of the coins that I have, I'm like way up on. But Ignis was the one situation because I guess I just got hopeful with the airdrop, and there was a sell off like 2 days before that happened, before the actual like snapshot. And so I just kind of like, I kept putting a little bit more, I kept buying more, and I told myself like, okay, just you stop buying more. But then the price would drop. Then I was like, well, we'll have the Ignis soon. And the futures market was like way up. Sweet. You got some? Yeah, mine showed up too. Yeah, I was buying down on BitConnect. Yeah, dude, I saw it kept going down and everything. I just thought it was sad that Trayvon and Craig were like telling people to buy it, and it's like, dude, you guys did enough damage already. Just quit with it, man. Like, and then they're just acting like, oh yeah, like the developers, the BitConnect developers are gonna come out with something. And it's like, I mean, maybe, I mean, weird stuff has happened in crypto, but I just thought that was, I don't know, it's just like salt on the wounds. Like now you're telling people to buy this stuff. Yeah, yeah, I did see Crypto Nick said that. I think the interesting thing about this whole thing, if you notice that Trayvon, he's like staying in a hotel, and they were staying in hotels like a bunch, but Trayvon, he put up some video on Steemit that actually got like a bunch of upvotes, which was kind of weird, and then it did really well, and it's way up on the trending page, and he was he's in some hotel that's like beachfront, and then he's saying he's gonna stay there for a month, and I guarantee you, yeah, I saw those upvote bots. I saw I push it up with that, but there was a couple. There's this one guy that's like Jonah Files or something like that, and I always see whoever that is always votes up like Craig and Trayvon a bunch. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't think I've ever got an upvote from that person, so I have no clue who that is. But he was saying he was going to stay in that hotel for a month, and then I think it's so he doesn't get served, because if he can't get served, it's kind of like a hard thing. You don't have an affidavit to present to the court. Like the process servers can't like give the attorney that's suing them an affidavit, and so they don't have that to turn into the court. So I kind of think that's what he's doing, which, if, the whole fact that he's getting sued and everything, that's kind of smart for him, I guess, to just like try to lay low. Because you wouldn't know if he's in South Carolina or he could be in North Carolina, he could be in Florida. I mean, it's beachfront, but I mean, there's just really no telling where he's at. So I think those guys, I feel like they're going to be able to elude the process servers. And then Crypto Nick, unless somebody from his high school or something or someone rats him out, I think it's going to be kind of hard to tell who those guys are. I know there was one guy saying, oh, they'll subpoena Google and figure out, where these guys are. But in my mind, a lot of big companies will not answer subpoenas for civil cases. Like PayPal does not, they won't answer a subpoena for somebody's information for a civil suit. If it's a criminal suit, then that's totally different. But there's just too many frivolous lawsuits, and a lot of these big companies don't answer those. So it's just, it's always hard saying if they'll be able to get those guys. And to tell you the truth, with the whole lawsuits, like I'm not big on these civil suits, but and you know what? I don't even know what should happen. I mean, what do you guys think should happen to Trayvon and Crypto Nick and Crypto Granny? People are like, what about Crypto Granny? Crypto Chick, all them. I mean, I'm kind of like, I don't even know what should happen to them. In a lot of sense, I almost feel like, well, if they lost their followers and their credibility, kind of be like, okay. But, I mean, it got pretty serious. Like, I don't know if you guys saw some of those videos. There was a guy saying, well, there were several guys saying that they put their life savings into BitConnect. And I guess there was someone who committed suicide. Yeah, it's just so hard to say because that paid out on so many levels that they were getting paid out on, like, at first I think it was 7 levels, and then I think they were getting paid out on 5 levels or something. So for the referral program, so it's kind of hard to say, like, how much of it was coming from direct. Yeah, I'm on Twitter, at Brian Phobos. So I'm at Brian Phobos, like, on every platform. But yeah, like, it's kind of hard to say, like, really, like, how much of it came from, like, front level. And the thing is, I don't even know if they have access to that whole downline anymore. Maybe they do, but I just think, I think a lot of people on YouTube, they don't realize, too, with the civil suit, this could go on for, like, 5 years. I mean, look at even the whole thing with Mt. Gox. If you guys were around when Mt. Gox ended up collapsing, well, I shouldn't say collapsing, but basically became insolvent, either from a hack or an inside job back in 2014. I mean, that was at the beginning of 2014, and we still don't have any kind of resolution. Now, I say we, I didn't have any coins at Mt. Gox. I never had a Mt. Gox account. So, I mean, these civil suits, and even in that, there's maybe some potential criminal activity that they investigated and stuff like that with Mark Karpelis, but that whole situation still isn't figured out. And were any of you guys around when Cryptopia was around? It went down like maybe like late 2015 or early 2016. It was, anybody remember Cryptopia? But if you guys don't, or if you're newer than that, the thing with it was this guy, yeah. So this exchange was kind of like Poloniex or like Bittrex. It was ran out of the United States, and yeah, it basically was out of Florida, and it had a lot of altcoins, and then also they did like USD pairings. Like they got it to where you could actually like bring in fiat, which I never did that. I only used it for buying altcoins. And I didn't have any coins on it or anything when it went down, because I try to pull my coins off, but sometimes that is kind of hard, especially if you're doing like a shorter term trade. But basically it was insolvent. Nobody could withdraw from it. And then overnight it was down. I had a friend that lost some coins on it. And then the guy who ran it, it was like he transferred all his property and everything over to his wife. I've been in crypto since 2013. Yeah, so let me get into the Tether situation here in a second. Because I definitely have some feelings on that. Because that could actually be a really big issue. But with the Cryptopia situation, he transferred all his property to his wife, and then he like hit the road, and then people were saying he was in China running some kind of altcoin exchange over in China. And then there were some civil suits against him and everything, and then the whole thing just drags out forever and ever. But there was class actions against Cryptopia, and nothing ever came of it. I mean, I haven't heard anything for like probably a year or more about Cryptopia, but so yeah, about Tether, everybody's kind of started talking about that again. They were talking about it back in November, and then I was maybe talking about it kind of like in December timeframe because I did a video on New Bits. New Bits is actually a dollar pegged crypto that actually uses a very interesting mechanism. Um, okay, yeah. I feel you. I feel you. Maybe you can catch the end of it. Maybe you can catch the end of it like tomorrow or something or whenever. But yeah. Anyway, like I was, I was looking into new bits. Okay, so there's $4 pegged cryptos really out there. There was Steam-backed dollars. There was BitUSD, and then there was Tether, and there's New Bits. And New Bits came out in like 2014. It was really interesting. It kept the peg, the $1 peg, for a long time. Somewhere around like 2016, it actually like completely just decoupled from the $1 peg, went clear down to maybe 65 cents. People lost faith in it, and then it actually got dropped off some exchange. It used to be on shapeshift.io, and it used to be on other exchanges, but the only exchange it's on now is Bittrex. And I've actually used it fairly recently. I downloaded the whole wallet and all that kind of stuff because when Bitcoin was surging and getting close, up there to 18,000, well, it was probably up to 16 or 17,000, and I started thinking, you know what, this thing could get overheated, and if this thing starts to come down, I'm gonna transfer all this to New Bits, and then have it like in my wallet and wait the whole thing out. Well, the decline wasn't that severe, and you know how these declines, like it's like it goes down, and then maybe like suddenly, like before you know it, it freaking just drops like a guillotine, and then you don't even have time to react to it. So I didn't transfer that much to New Bits, and then stuff that I did transfer, I actually did it in Bittrex, and I never even transferred it to my computer, and I had it for, I don't know, I had it for like literally like a day, and then so many people bought up New Bits that it went up to like $1.10, and went up to like $1.10, and then I like switched back out of it, and I actually like gained like an instant like 10%. It was pretty funny actually. But so New Bits actually does a pretty decent job, but it's only on Bittrex. Steam-backed dollar is way out of whack. We don't even know what was going on with that. It was like there was a ton of manipulation out of Asia to drive up the price to maybe pull up the price of Steam, so it can no longer really be used as a dollar pegged crypto. And then that leaves BitUSD, which is a BitShares mechanism. It's essentially like a debt. You use BitShares as collateral. I don't think that the government will intervene with it. To tell you the truth, like, it's really hard to say. Like, I'm really kind of surprised of this stuff coming out of Texas. Like they did the whole thing, cease and desist against BitConnect, and then there's actually a more recent one where there's some kind of crypto bank or some kind of bank that was tied into a bunch of crypto stuff. And I saw the article and I haven't got to read it yet, that Texas sent them some letter. But on a federal level, I'm actually kind of surprised. Later, man, yeah, like maybe you can catch kind of the end of it. I don't want to stay on too long because, I got to get to bed at some point. But yeah, I don't think the government's going to intervene with the whole Tether situation. And I'm not even 100% clear. Like Bitfinex is closely, no, I think the BitConnect situation is, I don't, there were so many people that were kind of following Trayvon and Craig though. Sorry to get off the Tether thing. Let me just jump to the BitConnect thing. I think there were so many people following these guys like Craig and Trayvon, and we don't know how many people are following, different people over in Vietnam and these different places like that are actually telling people to buy up BitConnect and stake their coins and wait it out, all that stuff like that. And so it's just like a lot of irrationality with that whole situation. So it's hard to say. I can't say that it would ever. I said in the video like, oh, it's going to zero, but there's really, for the most part, if any crypto that's had nodes that are maintained and people are still staking it and still have wallets open, stuff like that. No crypto that's really been on exchanges and all that stuff has ever went to zero, to my knowledge. So I don't think it'll go to a zero bid, but I mean, who knows? It could go down to 50 cents or something. But with the Tether situation, I mean, U.S. customers are blocked, and it seems like the U.S. and China are the most aggressive countries with the crypto stuff, and then South Korea kind of questioning it or trying to figure out what they want to do with it. And then Russia, we don't ever know what Russia's doing because it's all like suddenly it's like illegal at one point, and then it's like, well, mining's maybe illegal, and then it's like, oh, it's not illegal, and then everybody's like using it. So, and then they were saying Golos was going to go down, like the government was going to seize the domain over in Russia, like golos.io. But then that never happened. So I don't know what happens with some of these governments and how soon that stuff will happen, but I don't know. I think that if Tether goes down, it's going to cause like obviously a big pullback in the market. And I think BitShares will go up because a lot of these exchanges have already been buying up BitShares so that they can do a dollar peg with BitUSD. And that's really maybe the logical thing to do, a dollar peg. But I don't know. We'll see on it. But I'm going to go ahead and drop off this live stream. Got to get to bed. It's like 2:47 at this point. Gary, are you talking about BitConnect, or are we talking about Tether, or what? Yeah, it's been fun, Dustin. Everybody's like a night owl. So, but yeah, I'm gonna drop off and everything. But hit me up on Steemit, guys. Been upvoting a lot of comments. Try to really get to those comments a lot more. I'm still not monetized on YouTube. I do like the live streaming, but it's kind of a little bit. I know it's hard to keep up with all the comments that are coming in from all these different videos that I put up and all that stuff. But anyway, you guys have a good night. See you guys later.